Hi, welcome back to RealmTale. In the last episode, we worked on some very motivational artwork, which you can see down here in this area. It looks pretty nice. Really enjoyed this episode, so if you guys want to check that one out, please feel free to do so. That one was a really fun episode, but alas, we should work on today's main episode's project, which is expanding this bridge over here, over there, a little bit longer. So obviously we want to make that kind of go over here, over the river here, and then expand somewhere over into the direction over here, and just have it go underground somewhere. I don't know how long it'll be. I'm sure you've seen the thumbnail. Thumbnail always spoils the plans here, but yeah, it should end up over there somewhere. Look pretty solid. So we're going to work on that in today's episode. I'm going to work on grinding the blocks now. But before we do that, I want to show off some projects I've worked on in between episodes. I always tend to do some sort of work, and that work is down here. If we fly down here, you'll see some graffiti. I don't know if I've ever shown that off, but you know, you got some video game characters over there, and then some artwork over here. See if you can figure out those characters. But the main thing is over here. This is the button, and this button opens up a very secret passage to where my sheep pen used to be. I used to have just a spammed like 300 sheep that lagged a lot. So now we just have this actual sheep farm, which has a storage system down here. Ladders, there's the minecarts, and you'll see in here this just collects the wool for me. So whenever I need a color of wool, I can just get it here. There is gonna probably be a couple problems. I don't have a whole ton of green sheep now, which is like the main wool I use. Same with gray sheep as well. Those are like the main wool I use for carpets around here. But alas, I can show you something else I worked on in the museum over here. And in here across from the banner villager, there is the bone skeleton horse. This is My Little Boney, and his bones have been forged in a very fiery volcano, probably. So that's the sign there. It's pretty cool. Really happy with that. And then this guy, pain in the ass to get, but it is Danny Phantom. Very annoying mob, but he deserves to be here forever. So yeah, he's just named in here, and silenced because I couldn't deal with the screeching. But yeah, that's probably the last of the mobs for a while. I don't really know any rare mobs to add in here, so yeah, you'll just kind of chill in there for a while. Alright guys, we are back, and this time I have a mic, so that's cool. Alright, so we've now finished the bridge here, and it actually turned out pretty solid. Obviously, it's still floating. It hasn't connected to anything over here. But yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with the way this turned out. We have to light up probably the underbelly of this because a lot of mobs are spawning under here, and we don't want that to occur and mess anything up here. So probably moss carpets will probably just do the trick down there, and we'll just scatter them around there. Because I do like this island kind of being around here. It's kind of cool. Maybe, though, I wouldn't mind destroying it because it is kind of cool to have it like the bridge going over water. Wouldn't make a lot of sense for the bridge to go over land in a way, but yeah, it kind of makes sense because like the city, there's cars up here, you know, they're traveling around, they're doing their thing, and then they want to cross over this, but they can't because the city has a cliff ledge like that. So you're gonna need that there to cross there, which is kind of cool. I'm super happy with this. So yeah, we just kind of build the other side here. We're gonna have to make a cliff, which is gonna be rough for me because I can't really terraform. But yeah, we're just gonna build up an area over here, make a small cliff, then have the road kind of dip off, and then somewhere over here it will go underground and disappear. So time to get to the really hard section of this build. It's gonna be rough. All right, we are back, and gonna be honest, ow, that's the bridge. I'm gonna be honest, guys, that did not take that long. I'm gonna use my final rocket here. But yeah, that looks actually pretty cool. I'm really happy with the way the bridge turned out. Yeah, we're gonna just fly onto the bridge here. But yeah, I'm super happy. The bridge onto the pathway down here looks really awesome. The stone kind of mixed in here. You'll notice it's mostly just stone. I have cobble mixed in over here. I gotta mix in that there and kind of mix it in. But yeah, it turned out pretty awesome. My biggest complaint here is just that the road looks really skinny. The grass part on the edges doesn't go out very far. It looks better when it's curved up here, but over here you can't. It looks really odd, so I don't really know how to fix that. I think I've kind of done it best. It just kind of shoots out in random spots, but other than that, it's super awesome. Like, it just kind of goes down here, and we're gonna finish it off with a tunnel like we have on the other side of the city. We have a tunnel that just kind of leads to nowhere, which I'll probably put down here, and just have this go down into a tunnel wherever that will end up. But yeah, that's super awesome. I really love the way this turned out. It just kind of adds a nice little end part to this city over here. Like, the bridge is over there, and you can go down the road, and the angle that I've done this at, where the road just really steeps off and really makes the idea that there's a hill here and that the bridge needs to be off the ground to avoid any collisions below there, which I think is awesome. So I'm gonna pack up some of my junk here because I just have a whole ton of random stuff just laying around here. So I'm gonna clean up some of this, and we can work on expanding the road and other things in today's episode. Alright guys, I've been a very busy bee. get this off. Yeah, that joke right there cost me like 3 Bs. I get a lot for that. Anyways, there we have it. The tunnel is now complete. Got a little bit of vines in here, just overgrowing the section here. It reminds me a lot of the tunnel we did on the other side here, which I did also add vines to. I was actually talking to T here for a bit, and she had said that the tunnel kind of looked just out of place, or maybe I had suggested it, and she then suggested adding some leaves here, which I think is just the perfect thing to fix this. Leaves with vines mixed in, kind of making the tunnel look more like it's matching the landscape around it, because otherwise it's just that straight gray line here. I even probably have to put some more trees here on this side just to kind of make it look a little bit better, because on the other side you'll notice it kind of blends in a little bit more here. Obviously there is a village nearby, but yeah, it kind of blends in a little bit more. So I definitely think more leaves on the other side there will probably blend in a little bit better. But yeah, this one was the first one, and I kind of based it all on this tunnel. So whatever I did here is exactly what I did on the other tunnel. So yeah, definitely more leaves will probably be the play to just kind of blend that in a little bit more. But yeah, definitely happy with the way the tunnel on this far side turned out. All right, guys, so I've never been really claiming myself to be a terraformer, but I'm pretty happy with the way this turned out. I just mixed in some leaves here and with some bone mealed grass. This needs a little bit of fixing. I don't really like the way that turned out. But that will also look worse. Okay, yeah, as you can see, I'm still tweaking things here. I'm doing the old-fashioned place then fly back here just to see how it looks, because normally I'll be flying in here. There needs some stuff over here. But yeah, I'm just kind of making this kind of blend in a little bit more with the surroundings here. A good trick I like doing is kind of destroying the grass and placing some leaves in there, kind of giving it some more depth, I think is the word. So yeah, I'm kind of happy with the way that has turned out there. And then plus with the vines, I just need to wait for those to grow a little bit more to create more overhang here. Again, I kind of put some string in there. You might have seen when I zoomed there. Put some string here, that way it's not growing all the way, in front of this. Because realistically, the way I like to think about it is cars would be traveling from the far distant other areas, wherever that is, to here, to then, go up this ramp. So the actual tunnel can't be too overgrown, or else it will look a little bit odd here. But yeah, other than that, we just kind of have to wait here for this to kind of grow in, and then we will call this project completely done with this bridge. All right, now comes something pretty fun. We get to update the map. Now you'll see this road just kind of leads off to nowhere. That's because the tunnel's over there. This one hopefully will just lead off to nowhere. We won't even be able to tell where it goes off to. So I'm going to keep this in my hand here when I fly. We'll even swap it for the totem. Just keep your eyes trained on that there map, because you'll notice as it just kind of updates. Oh, that's really satisfying. Oh, that's so cool. There it goes. Now we have a fully complete. What is this? This looks wrong. Somewhere it looks wrong. What happened? Oh, right here. I'm missing a carpet. Okay, I noticed that on the map, so that's actually insane that I noticed that, but I'll put a carpet there. That's an easy fix. So yeah, that is the map kind of updated there. It looks pretty cool. It doesn't look as cool as the bridge looks from the side there, because obviously the top of the bridge looks way different from the side of it, but there we go. That should look, pretty awesome on the map here. Again, I would love to have these kind of shoot off, because when you look at this map, it's really awesome just to see the kind of the city look like it's nowhere, but the hills here are just kind of too steep to make anything look good. So I'm kind of happy with the way that turned out. We'll keep it like that. And yeah, the map here is looking better and better. Started episode 7, finished to be determined, but I honestly think the only thing really left to do here is terraform this section here, and the city is more or less complete. I did have an idea for another building, but I can always just destroy the terraforming and add the building. Therefore, it will always be considered complete in my book. So yeah, I'm going to kind of leave it there and update that gray carpet. Alright, can't believe I'm flying all the way back just to add one gray carpet, but quick thing I'd like to note, if you guys hear any banging, there's construction going on across the street from me. And the thing is, I thought you wouldn't be able to hear it in the video, but I think you can. Which is weird, because where I live, my driveway is pretty long. I'm far away from the road, therefore I'm far away from my neighbor's house where the construction's being done, but you can still hear it. I don't know what they're using to do this construction. That's my totem, but it is loud, so apologies for that being in the video, but yeah, hopefully it doesn't disturb it too much. I've already had so many troubles making this video in the first place, but here we go. That is the map fully updated. Very happy with that. I don't think I've ever shown this off in an episode. This is a hidden area for a disc farm. So if we press the button here, it opens up the window and we can come into here where I'm keeping a whole ton of discs here. And this is actually the same farm that the creeper farm is worked on here. This is the CGF building. You'll notice in here we have the creeper farm collection. We have right in here a whole ton of gunpowder. And I'm pretty sure we even have a sign out here. Welcome to the CGF Hotel. It's a hotel. We here at the CGF have a lot of clients, but not a lot of reviews. Yeah, you'll notice in here we even have deeper storage back here. There's a whole ton of storage for the gunpowder. And when we're not needing gunpowder, let's say we're full or we don't need it, and at the moment the gunpowder in there is all we'll really ever need, we come in here and there's a lever in here. This is when the free cam comes into play. You'll notice right now if we fly in here, the whole creeper farm, this is where they all get washed down to, they come straight into the fire. But if we flip this lever, a whole ton of stuff changes and the water is diverted towards this little funnel area. We have the TNT primed and ready. Then when we press this lever, the thing will go away and the skeleton back here will be able to shoot at the TNT. I just have to bait it out and hide behind this wall. That's why this is here, so I don't have to worry about it. And then I also have this in case the flame bow gets too overdone there, but this is silenced, the skeleton. And then all the creeper drops fall into the hoppers, and then we just can collect them all here. Also is a very inefficient gunpowder farm, but yeah, we can collect them there and then divert it back when we need more gunpowder. But yeah, it's overall awesome farm, and we've been able to farm up a whole ton of different stuff here. I even have the alpha disc, which can only really be found in the end, but this actually just freed up a whole ton of area in my storage system because at the moment I didn't know where else to put my discs and they take up a slot. So yeah, that's just something extra in the CGF building that I bet you didn't even know about. So there you have it, guys. With the bridge completely finished, I'm going to call that an episode for today. We're getting closer and closer to finishing the entire city, which is something I thought wouldn't happen for a while. But yeah, I'm super happy with the way the bridge turned out, which you can see perfectly on this map here. Again, we're very close. We just really need to terraform this section and maybe edge up the edges a little bit, and we're basically done with the city. So yeah, that is an awesome episode for today. If you guys liked it, make sure you leave a like. If you liked it, subscribe for more. Helps me out a ton. Thanks again for watching. Stay tuned for more.